Selena will have like moments where like she's having mania and she doesn't know.
Yeah.
She'll start to realize she's having it after it's happening, and sometimes she doesn't even remember when it's happening. And it's such a delicate thing because it's like you're not supposed to technically talk to the person really about it while they're deep in it. And it's like, I've even dating her and like she's so hyper aware, like she'll be like, I think I'm feeling a little manic.
But I'm equally like so proud to say that I do have moments of mania. I'm not like ashamed at all.
Yeah.
Because I can catch them a bit quicker, but it is helpful to have a partner that will understand where maybe the temperature is at and meet you where you are, and then you kind of gradually understand what's happening.
Yeah.
There is something quietly devastating about the way the internet has decided it gets to write the ending of Selena Gomez's love story. She has spent the better part of 2 decades fighting for the right to simply exist on her own terms, to be sick without being pitied, to be heartbroken without being reduced to someone's ex-girlfriend, to be happy without that happiness being treated as a dare. And yet here we are, April 2026, barely 7 months after one of the most tender, privately guarded weddings Hollywood has seen in years, and the internet has already lit the match. The divorce rumors, the fake screenshots, the parody accounts dressed up in journalists' clothing, the millions of people who hit share before they thought to ask a single question. Selena Gomez has seen this movie before. What is different this time is that she is no longer playing the role the internet wrote for her. The chaos ignited when a screenshot began circulating online, appearing to show Gomez posting an Instagram story declaring herself single, a message that read, in that familiar confessional social media tone, that she was simply focusing on herself and her peace, no drama attached. It was clean. It was perfectly worded. It sounded exactly like something she might say. That was the point. Fact-checkers moved quickly to confirm that the alleged story was entirely fabricated. There was no trace of it ever appearing on Gomez's verified account, no deletion, no evidence of its existence beyond the screenshot that someone somewhere had constructed with enough care to fool millions. The lie did not need to be airtight. It only needed to travel faster than the truth, and in 2026, that is almost always guaranteed. The rumor originated from a parody account designed to mimic the visual language and credibility of legitimate entertainment news outlets closely enough that casual scrollers never stopped to check. Someone paid for amplification. Reports confirmed that the person behind the rumor paid accounts on X to spread the misinformation, engineering a viral moment out of manufactured wreckage. What followed was a wildfire. Cheating allegations surfaced alongside the fake story. A viral post alleged that Selena had discovered Benny cheating after seeing suspicious text messages, a claim that spread across platforms before anyone thought to ask where, exactly, that information had come from. It had come from nowhere. From the same dark corner of the internet that thrives on the architecture of famous women's pain. The evidence, when anyone chose to look for it, pointed unmistakably in the opposite direction. Gomez had shared a series of photos on Instagram captioned simply Mrs. Blanco, a post that remained live on her verified account. She had dedicated a March post to Blanco for his birthday, writing that she loved him with all her heart. These were not the gestures of a woman unraveling behind closed doors. They were the gestures of someone who had finally, after everything, found the version of love she had been searching for, and was not particularly interested in pretending otherwise. No divorce filings involving either Gomez or Blanco have been reported or documented in any official public record. In the United States, such filings are accessible through county court systems, and no credible outlet has reported a single document bearing either of their names. What makes this particular episode so worth examining is not just the lie itself but the hunger beneath it. There is an enormous appetite, seemingly insatiable, for Selena Gomez to be unhappy in love. It is a hunger that has followed her through every relationship she has ever been brave enough to make public, and it says something uncomfortable about the culture that created it. She was with Justin Bieber for years, and when that ended, the internet grieved it like a personal loss, some corner of it never quite letting go of the idea that she was defined by that chapter. She was with The Weeknd briefly and intensely, and when that dissolved, the commentary barely gave her time to breathe. She has lived with lupus, survived a kidney transplant, managed the particular cruelty of fame during the years when social media moved from something novelty to something inescapable, and through all of it, there has always been a segment of the public that preferred her suffering to her joy. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco met through years of professional collaboration in the music industry before their romance became public in 2023. They released a collaborative music project in March 2025 titled, I Said I Love You First, which documented their journey together. Then on September 27, 2025, they married in an intimate ceremony in California, surrounded by friends and a small circle of the people who mattered most. It was not a spectacle. It was a choice. A woman who could have made her wedding a global event deliberately chose intimacy, and that too said everything about where she was in her life and what she was protecting. Past interviews show Gomez speaking openly about how timing played a crucial role in her connection with Blanco, a quiet acknowledgement that love at its most real is as much about being ready as it is about finding the right person. She had done the work. The therapy, the boundaries, the years of hard-won self-understanding that come from surviving the kind of public scrutiny most people will never face. Benny Blanco, for his part, has always seemed entirely unbothered by the noise, a man so comfortable in his own strange, chaotic, unfiltered self that the internet's attempts to destabilize him tend to slide right off. Neither Gomez nor Blanco has issued any official response to the most recent wave of divorce speculation, and no representatives have confirmed any change in their relationship status. Their silence is not the silence of two people bracing for impact. It is the silence of two people who have decided that some things do not deserve an answer. Selena Gomez spent years giving the internet exactly what it demanded: explanations, apologies, openness, vulnerability. She learned, at considerable cost, that the internet does not become satisfied when given access. It only wants more. The version of her that is Mrs. Blanco, glowing in photographs and uninterested in performing distress for an audience, is the most powerful version she has ever been. She is not available to be the victim in someone else's fabricated story. The marriage is real. The love is documented. The rumors are ash.